Hello, hello. Hope you find everyone very, very well per usual. I would like to wish everyone a happy new year as well. I know 2019, guys, we made it. We made it here one piece. Also like to take this time to also wish all of the Capricorns and Aquariuses this month a happy birthday for you guys' birthdays. Happy birthday. This month, guys, we are using the Prisma Visions Tarot by James R. Eads. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. They're really beautiful cards, guys, and one of my favorite decks here, so I think you guys will really like it. As a last little message here for you guys, whatever imagery that you guys see on the cards, whatever or however that speaks to you, that's your own personal private message from Spirit, okay? Anything that you get intuitively downloaded when you see the imagery on the cards. All right, guys, let's go ahead and bless the deck and we'll get started. Father God, I open all channels of light, Lord, north, south, east, and west. Guardian angels of the four directions, high councils who serve the law of one. Holy pure ones, please anchor this space now in your divine consecration to provide every single zodiac sign with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks this month, Father. And please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant and or intended to be this month. Sagittarius, my archer. Here's your reading for January 2019. Let's hop right into your reading, Sag. So in terms of traditional tarot, Sag, what we have here, or what you have here for this month, is the Ten of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Eight of Pentacles reversed, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups here reversed. Maybe you could be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio individual. Maybe even a Virgo, possibly. Maybe a Pisces too, possibly. Maybe an Aries as well. All right, Sag. Sag, what I'm getting for you this month is like, I keep hearing realization time. Now, when I say that, what is coming through for you, Sag, is learning our limitations and like learning, or let me put it this way, recognizing our limitations and being okay with them, and also understanding or concluding that they're there for a reason. Also, just Sag, recognizing and knowing when enough is enough. Now, whatever that may be for you this month, it's going to relate somehow like that, I feel here, or it's going to resonate somewhere within that area. Why I'm saying this, Sag, is because I feel like there's a situation that you knew would work. Like, you planned for this to work, you put the effort into it, like you know what I mean, like you were, it was like it was in the bag, like it was foolproof in a sense, or fail proof in a sense here. There's sometimes, Sag, where like we have to realize that, or we have to come to the conclusion that sometimes our own illusions, our own delusions can sometimes get in the way of really what reality is. And I hate to say something like that because, reality is so subjective. It's, based upon our perception. But sometimes as time goes on, as we allow time to prevail, things don't necessarily maybe plan out sometimes the way that we necessarily wanted them to. But it's all in our highest good. It's all in favor of everyone involved. But when we sometimes push our own personal agenda, we tend to distort things and we tend to like wreak havoc within areas that were divinely guided. Sometimes, Sag, we are, so busy sometimes, or we keep ourselves busy with seeking the truth of a situation, and we want like a universal truth to resonate within the entire situation. And just that perspective or that expectation alone sets us up for failure, and also sets or for disappointment, I should say, which leads to failure. But it sets us up for disappointment as well as other people, places, and things that are involved, because then people, places, or the things that are involved, aspects, are not allowed to completely be organic and play the, I don't want to say play, but act organically within the situation or the circumstance, and sometimes we can wear like a false mask throughout the situation, expecting and wanting a certain outcome. And also too, Sag, just by human nature, us wanting a specific outcome, what we can do as well is we can subconsciously manipulate the situation or find ourselves manipulating the situation. And then at that point, when we unconsciously, subconsciously, purposefully manipulate the situation, nothing is organic within the gamut of that circumstance and situation. Hope I'm making sense here. Now, in me saying this, it's always very important to, yes, have like a value system, hold a value system and a moral code of ethics. Absolutely. That's your truth though, Sag. We can't make it like a universal truth within the whole situation, like everyone or everything involved must kind of follow one moral code. When we start to do that, that's forcing other individuals, people, places, or things to kind of like concede to our wants and our moral code and ethics. And because then we start to run into like, superior and inferiority starts to kind of manifest or ensue. And then it ends up happening as well, Sag, is that then judgment starts to it's like an aftermath of superior and inferior. Excuse me, Sag. Judgment can be an aftermath of superior and inferiority complexes that may manifest within the situation. I'm kind of giving you a lot this month, Sag. A lot is kind of coming through. I hope I'm making a lot of sense here for you guys, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. Sag, this is what's going on. What we need to realize and recognize, Sag, is that our truth is not necessarily the universal truth regarding the situation. Not every people, person, place, or thing is going to completely agree with our own truth or our own perspective of how we see fit regarding the outcome of the situation or circumstance, relationship, whatever it may be. That's the beauty of it, that, we meet opposition within situations. That's actually a really great thing, because then it gives us the chance to adopt or observe other truths that we may want to keep or we may want to discard, or that we may learn from the situation, which then helps us to grow spiritually, which helps us grow as a human being, which helps us grow emotionally. And I'm feeling sad that we need to recognize when we're pushing a little bit too much, or when we are looking at situations through our own lens, our own distorted lens. Every subconscious fear, every moral, every idealistic point of view that we have, whatever it may be, a truth, it's all within those different little lenses stacked on top of each other. And the more that we enforce them and keep them in, we are not open to adjustment or open to going over them or possibly transmuting them. When we're closed off to that idea, we're then looking at situations through an extremely distorted lens, which is not a bad thing, but we tend to run into adversity and we tend to run into avoidable consequences that are being presented to us to show us why it's important to be flexible regarding maybe discarding one of those lenses, or readjusting the color, readjusting the frequency, the vibration, the perception of it, whatever it may be. Whenever we meet opposition, it's there for our highest good in terms of for us to look at things from a different perspective, which then adds to our own truth and which then adds to a more clear lens at the end of the day. I hope that makes sense, Sag. And I'm just feeling like this month there's something here for a lot of you. This month is about allowing things just to flow the way that they do. Because if we always find ourselves waiting and then we're working on something and then it doesn't work out right, or we end up fulfilled, or we end up unhappy, or we end up, discontent, that's when we know that we pushed something and saw and manifested something through our own distorted lens and didn't allow Source, God, Spirit to guide the process as it was divinely guided and meant to be. Then that's when we are then closed off to taking our emotional responsibility of the situation, and also we're closed off to hearing other emotional perspectives of the situation from the other person, place, or thing that's involved. When really, at the beginning of the whole situation, Sag, you just wanted emotional satisfaction and emotional harmony with other individuals, people, places, and things within the situation. You see how we lose track of really what our heart really wanted and desired when we push things and when we look at things from multiple distorted lenses. All right, Sag, that's what I'm getting for you for January 2019. If this reading resonated with you, Sag, go ahead and tap the like or thumbs up button. Let me know. Also, feel free to comment, share, and to subscribe to the channel if you're not. And if you'd like to book a personal reading for yourself, Sag, go ahead and check the description box. Everything is there for you regarding information such as booking a reading, and other links there as well for you, Sag, to check out. Also, be sure to check the description box for the Amazon wishlist link offer that I have going for you guys, where you can obtain a really good reading for a great price that fits your budget when money's a little funny, but yet you require some guidance, along the way. All right, Sag, self-awareness is really going to come from this, and also allowing things to naturally flow the way that they're meant to, so that then the wheel of fortune can be on our side, and the best can come forth, and the truth will always come forth when our heart is in the right place. All right, Sag, we'll see you next month.